Growth stocks are making a pretty huge comeback right now on TSX, and I'm gonna be looking at one of the best ones out there right now that you can invest and hold for a long-term period. Because the stocks, most of the stocks, especially tech stocks, dropped significantly since March of this year, around 20 to 30%, which is a great opportunity right now to invest in those and expect high returns over the next year or two, and also hold them forever because these companies can sustain their growth over the long term, 10 to 20 years periods. Let's go. Hello everyone, Alex is here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe and positive. We're going to be looking at growth stocks today. Two companies that I picked on the TSX that I'm actually watching right now. I haven't invested in them yet, but I'm closely watching them right now because they're in that spot where you gotta be adding them in your portfolio and hold them, well, I think forever, but at least for 10 to 20 years. And without any other extra material, we're gonna be jumping right in them. The first one is Lightspeed POS. The ticker symbol is LSPD.TO. And this is one of the companies who are actually growing by acquisitions. They're acquiring a ton of companies and showing tremendous, incredible growth over the last couple of years, which is great for us and for actually any other investors, because that's what we want to see from a growth stocks, right? So let's see what else this company is doing besides just buying other companies. In one sentence, Lightspeed POS is actually a cloud-based point of sale solution. And why they're growing pretty fast? Because their solution is pretty cool. It's very easy to use. It's just, an iPad in your store, in your retail store, where you tap your card, you purchase something, and the whole thing happens behind the scenes. The user interface is very easy. It's super easy to set up. It's a crazy cool tool for restaurants, coffee shops, a little mom and dad shops as well. Super easy to set it up and just use it without any other hassles. And that is exactly why they're killing their niche. In their most recent fiscal quarter, management reported revenue growth above 125%, driven more than 140,000 customer locations spread across 100 countries. This is huge. The company is very diversified geographically, which is great, and they keep expanding their business even more. The growth for them is actually inevitable because more and more retailers are looking for these cloud-based solutions, basically a digitization of their retail space, of all their catalogs and all their points of sales and all their money-making things and all that, right? Money-making things, what is that? Anyways, what I'm saying here is that because we're moving into the internet or digital world more and more, the companies like Lightspeed POS is gonna skyrocket and it's gonna grow tremendously over even the short and long-term periods as well. Their main competitor is Square, and of course Square is doing way more than Lightspeed POS, but they're catching up and eventually they can be somewhere around there because competition is good. Competition actually drives innovation. That's what I believe, and that's what is actually happening with all the tech companies who are in the same sort of business out there. Look at Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, and all Google, of course, and all companies like that. All these companies are great and they found their customers for themselves. The same for Square and Lightspeed POS. They're gonna be just back to back fighting for their customers, and some of them will use Square and some others will use Lightspeed POS for some other benefits between each other, right? But I'm bullish on Lightspeed POS and I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing pretty good in the next year or two. What's going to happen next? I'll come back and see what actually happened with them in the next year and a half. So then I can make my decision if I want to hold them for more than that or not. Because only for the last 2 years, the company has shown the growth of 320%. Can it sustain it and move in the same direction for the next couple of years? Nobody knows, but I think they have everything to do so. So we'll see what's going to happen. I'm definitely considering this company as a very good investment opportunity for the next couple of years. Let's move on to the next one, which is AcuityAds Holdings. The ticker symbol is AT.TO. And I remember this company from a couple of years back, but I actually just skipped them through because the market cap was a little low or on the smaller side. So I was like, I probably should not invest in them, but that was my mistake. because over the last 2 years, this company actually grew by 720%. But again, if you try to predict the market, you will probably lose, because if I would have invested in this company 2 years ago, they would probably go bankrupt. That's how market predictions work, right? They're always against you, but you can look back all the time and see, wow, what would have happened if I invested at that time, right? So let's see what this company is all about. In 2020, their revenues pulled back around 12%, which is probably fine considering what the stock market was doing and what the economic situations were at that time. But their adjusted operating cash flows actually hit a record of 2,900%. And right now, because the world is actually reopening, the marketing budgets for other companies going to be starting getting better, and they're going to be starting using this equity ads more and more in the future, right? And because we're all moving into digital world, this is how this is gonna be happening for them, for everyone else out there. Because as any other tech company, AcuityAds actually rolled out an intuitive artificial intelligence platform. What does it mean? Who knows? And it started to exceed management expectations already, and it can give a crazy boost for their revenues in 2021, meaning this year. So hasn't exceeded yet, but that's what we're looking for in the next quarter, right? The company is also just listed their shares on Nasdaq, which also can bring even more investors, more retail investors into the game, and that can drive up the stock price even higher. So in my opinion, all the factors I just mentioned can bring a huge momentum for this company and can drive up their share price more and more, and for this summer and actually for the years ahead of them, which is what we're looking for from our growth stocks. So let me know in comments what you think about this company and if you're bullish on them or not. But from all the research I made for this company, I think they actually lined up very nicely for a growth for at least a year or two. And what's gonna happen next, I'll see in a year or two, right? So with all that, thank you for watching here. Don't forget to smash that like button. It's gonna help me and it's gonna help YouTube algorithm to spread the stocks out there, and I'll see you around. Also, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell. As always, stay safe out there. Cheers, bye.